I have been told that I am photographing the wrong way, so I'm going to try to tilt it horizontally and give you guys a little bit better of a view, but it also means that I'm going to have to get used to making eye contact with you again. But that's all right. So, what I'm going to tell you now is that this last week or so, it has not been a lot of sewing. In fact, it's been a lot of bias tape making, and hopefully soon I will be getting to sew this bias tape onto my goose apron. Right now we are currently, well, we as in me and the cats are currently going stir crazy, but we are working on bias tape for the goose apron fabric, and I have been binge watching YouTube as well as participating in the YouTube Influence Challenge. So I'm a little behind in my sewing. I've been spending a little bit more time learning about YouTube and how to use it. So forgive me if I'm a little off this week. Hi guys, it is a little bit before 8 o'clock and I am done for today. I need to take off my corset and rest and maybe do some hand sewing. I have some hand sewing for my D20 because I got the bottom pocket all complete. So now I just need to hem down all of my seams so that they are within the pocket so they don't shed or thread. That's the word. I've also been working on the bias tape for my apron, and oh my, I have miles of it, and I can only hope that I've made enough. I think I got 6 meters here. I might have gotten 7. I had some scraps, so I turned all of my little scraps into bias tape as well, and I can hope that it's enough. I don't know. We'll find out. If I need to cut more bias, I will pull out my fabric. I think I have about a meter-ish. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit over a meter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fold. 1, 2, 4 folds is, I don't know, a little over a meter left of that. So if I need bias tape, that'll be that. And I cannot wait. I can't wait really to have some dresses that work and fit over my, I guess my new aesthetic. I will stop touching my shirt and the mic. I promise. So my new aesthetic, my new look, the way I want my wardrobe to go is changing, and I'm in that process, and I'm so happy that the outside of me can match the inside thought that I have, and it gets me out of my pajama pants. Although first I've got to make myself some stockings of some kind. I might medieval it or something because I need things that go all the way up or bloomers that go all the way down because my ankles to my knees are so cold and I have enough issues. I just can't be extra cold on top of everything else. So that's probably a project to keep in mind. For now, though, what I am planning is during this day, I participated to go to bed in the YouTube challenge and made this beautiful pincushion. Alright, so we're going to chill out for a little while, and I just want to say I made too much binding. I have probably about 2 meters left. And while that's not a lot to shake your fist at, it's still a lot. I do have to use about 1/2 meter for the neckline, but after that, I have no more purpose for this. So it's just going to go in my binder of bias binding, and who knows what project I'll use it on next. I keep these little bias strips because it's easier to make stuff down the road if you already have them pre-cut. Sadly, I have a lot of cotton scraps, but I haven't finished my cotton scraps into usable things. So I haven't cut my stuff down into bias strips, I haven't sewn them together into longer strips, and I have a lot of work to do. That's not a bad thing. And as you see me dance around here with this little red thing, I just want to tell you that I made this pattern all kinds of funny, and so I am here adjusting it to make it sit right for me. There's no shame in changing a pattern to fit the way you like to have your clothing sit. I'm not trying to make this historically accurate, even though this is a retro pattern. I am making my wardrobe my way. If that means remaking it, that's how it goes. I spent several minutes refixing all of the sides in order to curve out around my hips. And then I was back to bias binding. I hope you enjoy the music, and I'll see you on the other side. So here I switch over to my sewing machine, and I have to sew all of this bias binding on. And I have to admit, I did this a little wrong in a couple of different places, and I feel very silly because I was paying attention more to what I was watching than what I was doing on my sewing machine. So if you watch recordings like I do, then maybe you should put them a little more out of reach. Hi guys, so it is Saturday, it is Sunday, because it is now 1 a.m. And I have been working on my goose apron, and I have been doing miles and miles and miles of binding. I actually wasn't going to work on this at all this weekend. I was going to build myself a tripod so that I'd have something a little more at level, as well as able to film properly in landscape. And really and truly, my roommate really came through for me, and he had a tripod. So, I mean, I knew he had a tripod, but we haven't had the opportunity to go look for it in a while. We've been really busy, and I didn't want to bug him. So he took 2 minutes, went inside, actually found the thing, walked me through how to use it, and I have been practicing for the last couple of hours. I have had it in a couple of different places, and you guys are gonna be able to see the change in this video as I switch from filming in vertical to filming in landscape, and let me know what difference it makes to you guys. I know my team, my mom, my siblings, they let me know some ideas, but I always want to hear from anybody who's actually subscribed or, you know, watching these videos. I just want to know what impact that has. For right now, though, I am going to bed. It is way too early, and I do have a lot of things to do tomorrow, and I do have to get up in the at least 8 a.m. hours. So, wish me luck, and I got a lot done on this goose apron, and I'm really proud. To interrupt myself, and you can watch some more wonderful entertainment on my apron. I got more done on this apron because I've been participating in the YouTube challenge, and so therefore not doing as much sewing while being able to record. So the little bits that I did get done are on the apron, and I mean, it was a lot of bias strips. So that's what I've done all week. I am very happy to announce that I will be doing a lot of revamping video after video here. So by all means, drop in and see if this place is for you. I didn't think I'd have that kind of time, and thanks to my roommate I did. So I kind of just did what I wanted to do for a couple of hours, kind of reset my brain and get ready for the next week, because I do want to actually sit down and do some really sturdy work on the rest of this D20. And I have a couple of new things that my family has asked me to do, so I'm going to do that. It is Sunday. It is actually afternoon. It's just after 12:30 now, and I have been working on my goose apron for a while, and I have to say that bias binding is a little tricky, and I should have followed the steps that are said in the pattern, because I've come across a couple of things that I wanna change, and now I have to do it before I finish my bias binding. Luckily, I've only sewn my bias binding to the outside edge of my apron, because I've kind of come to this back point, and I want to put this seam, I want to support this seam. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take bias binding, I'm going to lay it across the back end, so the inside of my apron, which is what's showing right now, and then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to sew the top with the facing of bias binding, and what it'll eventually look like is kind of sort of like this. Obviously not with different colors, but it'll look like this. So it'll have two lines, and it'll cover the seam, and it'll cover the seam on the inside as well, and that will give a whole bunch of support for that skirt portion. So that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'm thinking this is a lot of weight, and I'm gonna wear it, and I'm gonna swoosh on it, and in this room it's probably gonna get caught on a lot of things, so I'm gonna put some support in it. And if I looked back at the instructions, it would have told me that I'm supposed to iron that down, and then sew that seam if I'm going to finish it. It's supposed to be finished before I do the bias binding on the outside. If I follow the directions, I'd have figured that out, but I didn't, so I'm following it now. Okay, so as this kind of wrap up to the video, I just want to thank you guys for sticking around, and as I change things, let me know how you like them. I would love to get you guys to know you guys if you're not already in my bubble, and if you are in my bubble, by all means, guys, we need to communicate. It's 2021 and we're a little out of touch. So this is where I'm going to spend a lot of my time, so this is where you can find me. I love you guys. If you want to comment or like, please hit those buttons and do leave me any kind of message that you feel you need. I want to get to know you guys. So I'll see you next time. And for now, I'm off.